memories sweet in every laugh, in every sigh. I feel you slipping, passing by. Ooh, yeah. Shadows linger soft and low. Ooh, yeah. Pieces of you I can't let go. Fading memories like whispered dreams. Hold on tight, but they slip unseen. Colors dim like evening light. Lost in time, gone out of sight. I trace the line.
没有零食，没有啦。好了，我知道冷冷啊。
本来应该有那个燃热热的，所以它才会留在那里吧。
可以看我吗？你好可爱哟！你是不是有点凶？啊，你耳朵被剪掉了，对不对？
Shadows loom, I felt the weight of doubt, a heavy tune. But then I saw a light that broke the chains. A whisper in my heart, it eased the pains. He paved the way through stormy strife. He made me brave when I was lost in fear. He turned the whispers into a roaring cheer. With every battle fought, I rise above. In His embrace, I found my love. Oh, I found my love. When the days are long and dreams fade away, I stand my ground, come what may. With every step I take, I'll lift my head. For in His strength I'll never misled. He taught me hope, He showed the way. He made me brave when I was lost in fear. He turned the whispers into a roaring cheer. With every battle fought, I'll rise above. In His embrace, I found my love. In His embrace, I found my love. He made me brave. Now I can fly. With every heartbeat, I'll aim for the sky. He made me brave. Now I can fly. With every heartbeat, I'll aim for the sky. He made me brave, now I can fly. With every heartbeat, I'll aim for the sky.
Sunset sinking low in the sky. Footprints in the sand as we walk by. Seagulls call, they ride the breeze. Whispers of the sea through the trees. Shells in hand, cool by the tide. Moonlight glows where shadows hide. Stars peek out, they start to gleam. Lost in waves of distant dreams. Feel the waves beneath our feet. Every step a rhythmic beat. Hand in hand we find our way. With the ocean's gentle sway. Salt and breeze weave through our hair. All our troubles disappear. In this moment we are free. Bound by nothing, just you and me. As the twilight turns to night, hearts aligned, everything's right. The universe in just our reach. Magic found on this serene beach. Feel the waves beneath our feet. Every step a rhythmic beat. Hand in hand we find our way. With the ocean's gentle sway. Feel the waves beneath our feet. Every step a rhythmic beat. Hand in hand we find our way with the ocean's gentle sway.
the beginning. Called it. I knew that the and you make me wanna say I love you better today than yesterday. Every day is gonna play out the same, the same, the same, the same. Ay, I love you better today than yesterday. Every day is gonna play out the same. It's gonna play out the same. Growing as one, not growing apart. Apart. Say what we mean, say it from the heart. From the heart. Wrinkles and grays, don't be alarmed, because you're safe with me. The beautiful signs of our story so